Hello, hello. Welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. This is Nina, and I'm here to do your pick a card reading for today, which is going to be all about your spirit animals, the shamanic ancestors, and message from nature, the energies from nature and spirit animals. Okay, so if that's something that interests you, then stick around. Okay, these are timeless readings, so whenever you found it, it was meant for you, and you must take what resonates and leave the rest, please. If you like what I do, please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Now you have 3 different piles to choose from today, pile number 1, 2, and 3. And there are also 3 crystals to choose from. Number 1 has a desert rose, number 2 has a blue agate, and number 3 has a mookaite. So sink into your intuition, ask your angels and guides to guide you, pause the video if you need more time, so that you make sure that you pick the pile that was meant for you. I'll be back in a moment and I will start with pile number 1. Okay, removing 3 and number 2. So we can start with number 1. Okay, number 1, so if you chose this desert rose crystal, then this is the reading for you. I will put it up here with the other desert rose and it will be part of your reading. We have lots of cards to go through today, not that many tarot cards, so I have an extra pile of tarot right here. But let's get into the cards and see what you got. We have 2 tarot cards to begin with. Now, Flamingo, it's the same as 2 of Wands. Weasel, 7 of Swords. Okay. Now, 2 of Wands for me is about investment. It's about planning. It's about possibilities ahead. 7 of Swords is about a feeling of something being taken away from you. But it can also be you yourself that's taking something away. So the words they have used in this deck for the Flamingo card is balancing act, take the first step. And for the Weasel, the devil is in the details, secrecy and masks. Okay. Now, my feeling initially with these 2 cards right here is that there is something that you have been planning to move into or that you have been wanting to move into. But either your own ego is coming in the way of doing so, of daring to take that step, or you feel like something has been taken away from you, so it has kind of ruined your plans to move forward. That's kind of the initial feeling I get with these 2 cards. But let's look at the other oracle cards here to see what you get. Beaver, work, yeah. And rabbit, sensitive soul. I'm going to remove that tarot deck a little bit. And wasp spirit, sometimes life stings, yes. And the falcon, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. I guess that's without delay. So I do feel like these cards are kind of saying the same thing. It's been work, it's work related, or it's project related, or it's something that you have been working for, okay? And you've been working hard as the beaver to walk into this. And it says sometimes life stings, like the sword, right? So something has stung you, something has left you feeling like something's been taken away or something has come in the way. Now, they're saying act on the opportunity. So they're kind of encouraging you to move forward anyways. And they're also saying that you are a sensitive soul. But what it says underneath is strengthen your boundaries and cut cords. So there might be something that you need to leave behind in order for this to come in. But let's look at some more cards, okay? You also got snakes, fertility, birth, and health. Okay. So it might be something that kind of just needs a little bit of more time to grow. It might need some more healing, some more nurturing before it kind of this new is getting birthed, is kind of what I feel here. And then you got Loon, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So you are an intuitive person is what they're saying here. But are you using your intuition in this matter though? Listen to the song of your soul. It says trust your intuition. So it might have been that your intuition has kind of guided you to do something, but there's something, either your own ego mind, your own thought process, or somebody else kind of coming in the way of you moving forward here, is what I feel. Now, I also pulled another card that doesn't have anything on it except the word wolf and the picture of a wolf. Okay, but what I want to do is I want to find the guidebook and I want to read to you what it says there. So let's see, the wolf, the wolf, the wolf, the wolf. Okay, I think I have to go to the to the pages of where it says where things are. I didn't know that they would be this difficult to find the right. There it is, wolf. Okay. So what they're saying here is keywords: intuition, learning, and the shadows. So, meaning, the fowl or the wolf brings a strong sense of faithfulness, inner strength, and intuition. But the wolf brings learning too. Sometimes you need to cross barriers, to take risks, to go beyond the limited compass of normal behavior in order to learn and grow, although crossing these boundaries may seem unattractive, even painful. You need not fear the inner power and strength you feel when you spend time alone. Come to know your deepest self, and even in the darkest places, you will find courage and spiritual companionship. So, it kind of, again, as I said here with the intuitive, are you listening to your intuitive here? Are you letting the ego get in your way? Are ego making up all sorts of stories for you here? That's kind of hindering you in moving forward. There might be that you have something new planned that you really kind of are passionate about wanting to move forward with, but your ego is telling you all sorts of stories about how this can go wrong instead of how this can go right. So that might be something that is happening to you, number one. But let me pull some more tarot cards here. We will shuffle a little bit and we will ask to get more clarification on your situation and some advice as to how to move forward with this. Okay? So snakes is very often misunderstood though as being something bad. But actually snakes is about shedding the skin, about leaving the old behind and stepping into the new. So don't be afraid when you see the snake symbol anywhere, because actually it's about rebirth. Okay, it's about going into something new and leaving the old behind. Okay. So let's see if they have some more initial or information for you. Exactly, death, transformation, exactly what it says here. So something is either in need of being transmuted or changed, or you have already kind of gone through that and are wanting to move into a new project or a new something new and exciting. Two of Wands again, about choice. Okay, what are you choosing here? You know, you had Two of Wands there and you have Two of Wands here. So what are you choosing to focus on here? Why are you not just stepping into this? What is it that's hindering you? Okay, let's see what else they have to say. Ace of Pentacles. That is an offer, and that is money or good health or work opportunities or new projects coming in. So this is abundance card. So I do have a feeling that something very nice is waiting for you, number one, but there is some hesitation. So when this comes up in the way that it comes up, I have a feeling that it is you yourself that's kind of hindering you, or rather your ego, because it does say here that you're a sensitive soul. And so the sensitive soul might be kind of spooked, you know, even sometimes they are spooked with faced with success. It can be very scary because, okay, now I'm so successful, so what are they going to expect from me then? You know, when I have managed this, they probably want some more. So that might be a feeling that you have here. Underneath the deck, you have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone who is, he sees things clearly. He is very intelligent. So I do have a feeling that you do see where you're going. This is not about you not knowing what you want or you not knowing where to go. This is something about daring to take that step, you know, daring to shed the old skin and actually welcome this new coming in, and actually kind of putting the money into, or kind of your effort into the dream that you have already seen up for yourself, because you've been working hard here. The beaver card shows up, tells me that you're a hard worker. You're not afraid of hard work. You know what you want to do. You have the passion with the wands, which is fire element, and you kind of have this plan on moving forward. If the plan is still not 100%, I would say, you know, set aside the time to go inwards and through this and use your intuition. Ask the animal spirits to guide you, or maybe your shamanic ancestors, your guides, to guide you to the right path here. Okay? So I also want to draw some cards from this Whispering Woods mini oracle cards for you guys. Yeah, and I really love this wolf card here. Wolf is very much about intuition. So you kind of have the intuition here twice. So I do feel like you're someone who definitely know how to follow your intuition. So I'm asking you, why are you not doing so in this situation? What is it that you fear? Okay, and why are you fearful? Journey, branch out to new worlds. Exactly. Dare to take that step into this new. Okay, it's part of your journey. It's part of your destiny, you know. Strength. Where your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. See, they're saying also here that you have the strength to do so. So I do feel like you're letting your ego come up with all sorts of stories about how this is going to go wrong. But they're telling you it won't. You got the Ace of Pentacles here. It won't go wrong. It says sometimes life stings. Yes, but they also say act on the opportunity. They're telling you to move forward here. Okay? And they're kind of saying to you here that things will work out fine. You know? Yeah. So, yeah, this was an interesting reading today, I feel, number one. I feel like you have definitely been given some clear messages here. Listen to the song of your soul. Trust your intuition. Emerge and seek more solitude first, so you can make the right decision. And the desert rose here for me. You know, the desert, of course, is a dry place. It's a place where you hunger for water, and there's no water in sight. But what they're saying to you here, that there is an oasis waiting for you here if you just move those extra few steps that you need to walk to reach it. So take a plunge, take the risk is what they're saying here. Of course, this is your choice, totally your choice. And it could be, of course, work related, it can be project, and it can also be about a person, moving forward with the person here. So this is not just a reading about work or career. This is just kind of a reading that is connected with the spirit and nature elements. Okay, so the spirit and nature elements want to guide you, kind of. So, and also with this reading, I feel like we are also encouraged, of course, to spend more time in nature, and that's also where you will find your intuitive flow. Spend time with animals and spend time with nature. If you were drawn to this reading, I guess you're a person who likes that already. But are you doing that enough, though? Are you setting enough time aside to be in nature, or to be with your animals, or to seek out the shamanic way? Okay, so connect with your angels and guides, and ask if there are maybe some spirit animals or shamanic animals or guides or ancestors that would like to guide you here. Now, I do have a feeling, since the main theme of your reading here came up to be the wolf today, you might have a wolf spirit animal or wolf kind of totem in your life. Just to have that said, that was just something that I felt. So take it as it resonates with you, number one. Okay? Well, I wish you the very best moving forward, number one. Thank you so much for being part of this different reading today. I hope you liked it. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell to get notified every time I upload a video, okay? I hope to see you in my next reading, number one. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, so we remove these cards from the table so we can move over to number 2. A little bit of cleanup in between the readings, as I like things to be in order so the cards won't fly around here. Okay, so let's see, we'll remove those cards for a little bit, and then we move into number 2 here. Okay, number 2, so if you chose this blue agate, then this is the reading for you. So I will put that over here so it will be part of your reading. So we only have 2 tarot cards to start with, and then we have some oracle cards, and then I have some more tarot cards we can use and some extra cards at the end as always. Let's look at it. Okay, so you got the Tasmanian Devil, 5 of Wands, and the Spider, the High Priestess. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Now, the 5 of Wands is often a dispute between people. You know, it's for the fiery energy. So very often you see depicted on the picture of the 5 of Wands, people with wands kind of fighting each other like that. And of course, the words you see here is conflict, competition, and hiding from truths. Now, the High Priestess is, of course, someone who is very connected with the spiritual realm and who often works within that field as well. And what it says here is balance, intuition, and secret knowledge. So, so you have to take this as it resonates, people, okay? There are several different ways to read this. So, the first thing I have a feeling about is that some of you might be actually working within the spiritual field here. And you are in a situation right now where you're feeling like you have to defend yourself, or you're feeling like someone is not understanding you, or someone is not appreciating your work, or maybe even criticizing the way that you do your spiritual practice. Okay, so that was for some of you. For others of you, I have a feeling that you are in a situation right now where there has been some sort of dispute, either in the family, with friends, or at work, or with some sort of project. And you are failing to go into your intuition to solve the situation. But with the High Priestess landing on the table instead of other cards in the tarot deck that might be significant for you being in contact with your intuition, you have ended up with the High Priestess, which is someone who is definitely in contact with their intuition and with their higher self. So then you have to ask yourself, why is this happening to you? Why are you not aligned right now with the spiritual flow, with your team? Why aren't you listening right now? Okay, so that's kind of the initial feeling I get when I see these cards. But let's look at some more oracle cards here. You got the Tarantula, connection, and then you got the Koi Carp, abundance. Move with the flow of abundance around and through you. And then you got the Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. Okay, that's good. And then you got the Shark. Trust your instincts to discern the truth of the situation. Yes. So this card right here tells me everything. Okay. And there's connection here. And there is trust your instincts and see clearly. So as I said, there's something that you're not seeing clearly. You're not in the alignment with where you see things clearly. And you have to ask yourself why that is, because there is abundance waiting for you here. Okay? So something is hindering you from getting into the flow here. That's what I feel. Okay? Let's look at some more cards. Minotaur. Conflict, puzzle solving, solar energy. Yeah, so there's a lot of fiery energy here, as with the wands, which is the fire element. So there's some sort of conflict going on here, number 2. I see that. Okay, and you also got cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Yeah, so it is about something about standing in your truth, though. It's about showing what you can do. It's about taking the leadership here, taking the leading role in solving this conflict. Because you, as the high priestess, you have those tools. You can change all of this. You know that. But for some reason, I have a feeling that you're reluctant to do so. Okay. Now, we are also having a card here that has no, it only has a picture. And so I want to read the book for you. It's called the Druid Animal Oracle Deck. And actually, you drew a blank card here. Okay. So a blank card for me is different things. It can be that you are blank when it comes to seeing the solution. It can be blank as in this is a clear canvas. It's up to you to color it. It can be blank also because you know this is kind of where you want to go though, because you want to clear out all the clutter and all the difficulties that's in your way so that you get a clear canvas so you can start painting. Okay, so you kind of want to get there. So this is actually a very positive card. Okay. Now, okay, I want to draw some more tarot cards here too before we move on here, because there might be some initial information we need here, okay? So let's just shuffle a couple of times here, and then we will see if there are some more information that your spirit animals or shamanic ancestors or guides want you to know today. What can you do? Okay. Let's see. Wait, there was two that popped up here. 5 of Swords. Ooh, okay. There is a lot of conflict going on here. But you got the Hierophant. Okay, so this can be either you as a spiritual teacher, you as a spiritual being with all that has all the answers, or it can be that they're inviting you to contact someone that you trust, that has that spiritual connection that can help you here. But when the 5 of Swords popped up as well as the 5 of Wands, I must say, and also this conflict with the Minotaur here, I see that there has definitely been some sort of harsh words and some sort of dispute that has left you maybe a little bit numb, is the feeling I get. And that might be why you are failing to kind of be aligned right now. Okay, I see that. Let's see some more information, please. 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's been a heavy burden. Yeah. Okay. No, I see that. Most definitely. So, advice. 7 of Wands. Stand strong. I'm going to put that in the middle of this card here as your color, because that's exactly what you need to do. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to just to tell the truth, plain and simple. You need to say that, you listen, I can tolerate this, but that I cannot tolerate. You know, this is where I draw my limit. This is where I say no. Okay. Also underneath you got 5 of Pentacles. So you feel like you've been left outside. You feel like you're not being heard or seen or understood here. And that will, of course, drive you into the lack mentality, or you know, or ego might drive you there, and so you're off balance here. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing, but they are very much encouraging you to set aside the time to align, because you know how. You have the High Priestess and the Hierophant. You know how, and I understand that it's difficult, but in this situation, you definitely need to. You need to align before you take that stand, before you take the conversation, or else you might say something or do something that you might regret later, okay? So I think that's quite important. I also see that you got Spider twice. So Spider might actually be one of your animal totems, or one of the animals that wants to communicate with you. And Spider is very misunderstood. You know, some people are very afraid of spiders, but spiders, they weave the web, they connect, as it says here, connection. Okay, and with this one, it's been given the High Priestess with a balance in intuition and secret knowledge. So the spider is a connector. It is someone also, you know, The spider sits in its web, and it has its kind of its feet on all the different strings going out, and is connected with everything. It's actually very spiritual, and so they feel when someone is kind of, you know, coming into their field, they feel like, ah, I know that somebody is now touching that part of my web. And that's kind of what you do as well as your spiritual being that you are. If you are as sensitive as I feel that you are with the High Priestess and the Hierophant, then you feel other people's energy as well. So that might also be something that makes it even harder for you to stand in this kind of conflicts, because you feel it all, right? So give yourself love for that. Give yourself time and space. But, you know, gather your energy and get aligned. And then you take the conversation where you say, you know what, enough is enough. This is where I stand. This is my my way of looking at things. Take it or leave it. You know, that's it. And then move into the abundance here. Okay. Now, I want to also draw some cards from the Whispering Woods for you guys before we close off this reading with some additional information, maybe from these were many. Shall I take all of them? Okay, 4 of them dropped out here, so they told me to take them, so I will. Okay. So, friends. The most unlikely friendships can form. Like variegated lichens on hard rock, they create a tight bond. So, this dispute might have been with some friends. But with that, I would say, if the friendship is deep enough, it will be resolved. If it's a true friendship, it will be resolved. If it wasn't, it's time to let go, right? And then you got light. Look to the space between the trees for answers. Yes, exactly. That's what they're telling you to do. Align with the light. Align with your soul here. Exactly. Time. Embrace in the dewdrops of life before they disappear with the morning sun. So it might take time. You might have to be a little bit patient here, especially after you have maybe, you know, told your piece, you know, you have said your piece, you have told them, you have set your boundaries. It might take them time to kind of digest that a little bit and to find their way as well. So, you know, it is back and forth. It is a balancing act here. Okay, so give them time to adjust to what you have told them. Okay, transform. Emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. Exactly. And I feel like that's exactly what you're going to do, you see, in the end here. You're going to transform and you're going to walk into this abundance here. That's what I feel with your number 2, okay? And you also chose, let's not forget, you also chose the blue agate. And blue, of course, is about communication, about connecting, about speaking your truth, right? So you might have been drawn to this for a reason. And also with this darker kind of blue, it's also about seeing things clearly. It's for the third eye as well, right? It's almost to the point where it's indigo. So I would see to speak your truth and to see the truth for what it is. And yeah, I think that's pretty much your message for today, number 2. Okay? Well, I hope this made sense. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. I wish you the very best on this situation and moving forward, number 2. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, so let's move on to you, number 3. I just have to put away these cards so it will be ready for your reading. Okay, so let's remove these. I like to have a clear space before I get into the next reading and kind of clear off the energies of the previous reading. And so we can move into the new energies of this next reading, which is going to be you, number 3. Okay, number 3. So if you picked this Mukate crystal, then this is the reading for you. I will put that over here so it will be part of your reading. Today we have 2 tarot cards that we're going to start with to kind of read off the energies of those 2, and then we are going to look at some oracle cards. I have additional tarot cards and other cards at the end as well. So let's look at it. Macaw, the World card. Wow, beautiful. Rooster, 3 of Wands. Okay, beautiful. I'm just going to take a sip of water and then we'll get into it. Okay, number 3. These are very good cards, I must say. Now, the world is, of course, it can be the world is your oyster. It can be something has come full circle, something is ending, stepping into the new. You must take this, of course, as it resonates. Now, the 3 of Wands is where your ships come in, or you are looking for your ships to come in. You're kind of, you have invested something with the 2 of Wands, and now you're at the 3 of Wands, kind of waiting for those ships to come back in, okay? So what in this deck, what it says here is under the World card, beautiful beginnings, sacred contracts, infinitive possibilities. And on the Rooster card here, 3 of Wands, it says rise and shine, foresight, slow and steady. So kind of waiting slow and steady for your abundance to come in. So all in all, very positive energies here in number 3, I must say. So let's get into the other oracle cards that you got. You got the Jaguar, and it says release. Okay. And then you got the Yama, soul growth. Growth is never easy. Have faith and trust in the journey. Okay. And then you got Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Okay. And you got the Walrus. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. Okay. Now, the initial feeling I get here, number 3, is that you have been through a soul growth, most definitely. You have been through releasing a lot. You have felt things through. You have maybe been through the dark night of the soul. You might have gone through some severe health issues or mental issues or heartaches or there has been, I have a feeling that you have been through something quite heavy and you have released and spent time and really worked inwards with yourself, maybe with help from a therapist or others as well. And that has, of course, been part of your soul growth, right? And it says here, growth is never easy. Have faith and trust in the journey, right? But so that's maybe what I feel with the World card, is that it's coming to full circle. So you're kind of either already done with this or you are at the end of coming full circle with that, with the releasing, with feeling through whatever it is that you needed to feel through, okay? And now you're kind of moving into this energy where you have really invested in yourself and in your growth. And now you're kind of waiting for the ships to come in, right? But, and as I'm saying, the abundant universe will provide. And they're also saying, remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. So staying aligned, being open to be guided by the spiritual realm, your spirit animals, your ancestors, the shamans of the past, let them guide you, okay? Let them show you the way. So open up for them to show you the way forward. And from my perspective, what I'm seeing here is that they will provide, okay? But let's look at some more cards here. Mongoose, self-assertive, genuineness, candidness. Okay. Genuineness, yep. And you got, dog, friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am protector and friend. That's a beautiful, beautiful card, isn't it? I love that card. Okay, so what I'm feeling here was I'm drawn to the word genuineness when it is with this mongoose card here. And for me, that is about staying in your truth, staying in your heart, staying in your light, okay? So that's kind of what I'm feeling here, is that your soul growth is growing into where you are more, where your higher self and your light is more integrated into your physical. and that your higher self is more kind of behind the steering wheel, and the ego has kind of been placed in the passenger seat a little bit more. It's kind of what I feel here, or that's kind of where you're moving into if you're not already there. So you have done all this work here. I feel like you have come very far on your spiritual journey here, is what I must say, number 3. And they are encouraging you with the dog and the friend and the loyalty that I feel in this, to stay in there, stay in that love, stay in that that field where you are the light, where the light can grow. Okay, so you choose to be happy. So you choose what energies to play in, you know. So what are you playing in? What are you choosing to play in? Okay. Now I'm going to show you this card as well. That is from, it's called the Druid Animal Oracle deck. It doesn't have any information on it, so I'm going to read from the book here. Okay, so let's look at what card you got. The hare. Okay, that's interesting. So let us look up what the hare has to say. If I can find the right... it's not from A to Z, this book, which is kind of annoying. So you have to flip through it in order to find it. Let's see. The hare, the hare, the hare, the hare. Where are you, the hare? The hare, the hare, the hare. There it is. Okay. Now the keywords is rebirth, intuition, and balance. Wow. Okay, let's read the meaning. Gear is the, I guess, Druid way of saying here, is a creature of the goddess, the moon and the night, and yet it also represents the dawn, brightness, and the east. It is the most adept of animals at shape-shifting. We can never be sure exactly where the hare is, in this or the other world. It represents intuition, which makes things appear suddenly in our consciousness, like the lapwing eggs of Easter. Well, those ones, I guess, right there. I can hold this up while I read. Sorry, where was it? Yeah. Like the lapwing eggs of Easter that magically appear in the hare's form or nest. As representative of the corn spirit and the 2 equinoxes, the hare brings the excitement of rebirth, fertile abundance, and willing release as each creative cycle comes to an end. With the hare as your ally, you will be well able to negotiate times of change, and you will be able to draw on your intuition to guide you through life. So that's kind of exactly what I've been saying here, that you have gone through this rebirth, this letting go of the old, stepping into the new, the growth of the soul, you know, like they say with the hair, that it's kind of in shape shifting. Okay, so that's kind of what you've been through, is what I feel here in number 3. Okay, so that was quite interesting, that card, I must say. Okay, let's draw some more tarot cards on finding out maybe a little bit more about your situation or advice for you moving forward. Let's see, number 3, what you get. Okay. Okay, let's see what you get. King of Pentacles. That is a beautiful card. Okay, so that kind of tells me that you're headed towards something very good. You know, the King of Pentacles, he's grounded. He is set. He's kind of set for life. He has all the things he needs. He has all his ducks in a row. So I have a feeling that there is huge growth for you happening, and there is lots of abundance waiting for you. Number 3. 6 of Cups. And that is the past. I want to swap these 2 around, because I have a feeling that over here we're at the past and over here we're in the future. This is, of course, someone from the past. But it can also be childlike, a childlike being or childlike feeling. So there might be an invitation for you to play more here. You see the otters here? I just love otters, by the way. So they are so playful, you know, but it can also, of course, be someone from your past, either that has been part of the situation you have left behind, Or it might be someone from your past coming into your life now. You kind of have to take this as it resonates. Now, let's see if you got some more information. 8 of Cups, leaving behind. Okay, yeah, so I have a feeling that someone or something has been left behind here. So they might have been that person from the past that you had to let go of in order to step into this new. That is, of course, very often what happens with us when we go through this spiritual growth, when we go through this releasing. A lot of our old friends and also sometimes family kind of have to go because they just don't resonate with where we're going, right? Underneath your deck, you got 8 of Wands. So that's forcefulness, that's yeah, that's passion, that's growth, that's kind of speed. So I do feel like you are kind of in the movement right now. You're in the flow, moving forward, okay? So, yeah. I was also guided to say that all the elements are represented here. Let's see how that works. So water element here, and also with the walrus, air element with the birds, and of course the earth element here. And the fire element, of course, with the horse here. Yeah, so you're kind of in all the elements here. It was just something they had to point out. You might also be someone who is, I have a feeling that you are either shamanic or have shamanic interest or are very connected to nature or the shamanic way or the native way of looking at things and doing things. That was just something that popped up. Might not resonate for all of you, but that was just kind of an information that popped out. I also feel like some of you have a great connection with dogs. Might even be dog trainer, I'm hearing. Or love to train with dogs or walk with dogs, or there's something for some of you out there with a message of that, and there is some dog in spirit wanting to say hi to you. Okay, so that was just a message that came in. Now let's pull some of these Whispering Woods cards at the end here, number 3, and see if there's some additional information they would like to give you. Okay, I feel that one. Is there any more, please? Angels, guides, spirits, animals, spirit animals, totem. Okay, now it's just really falling out. Okay, let's look at it. You got 4 cards, actually. Reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. Okay, so what I feel like with that is reconnecting to your spiritual family, reconnecting with your animal, totem animal, reconnecting with nature, reconnecting with what comes natural to you. Because I do have a feeling that this connection with nature and the shamanic and the spiritual realm comes natural to you, number 3. That's the feeling I get. So that's kind of where you are normally at. Okay. Flow. Go with the flow. As water trickles down a stream, do not hurry. Exactly. So that's what they're asking you to do here. Get back into the flow. Reconnect. Stay in the flow. Right? Resilient. Stay as strong as evergreen trees. Yeah. And with that, I feel like they're saying that you are resilient, and you have been, and they see that. They see what you've been through. They've seen that it's been really rough, and they've seen that you have really been strong in all of this that has happened to you. Journey. Branch out to new worlds. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. You're growing. You're branching out to new worlds. You are stepping away from this old, and you are moving into even more soul growth here. So I do feel like you have come very far, number 3. And I really see that you have been through, you've been through some rough spots here, most definitely. And you have done the work. But I feel like you know what to do. You know where to go here. It's a matter of just reminding yourself to who you are and why you came, right? Reminding yourself that you are a spiritual being having a human journey and not the other way around. Reminding you to be in the flow and to reconnect with what comes natural to you, which is animals, nature, being in the spiritual realm, communicating with the spiritual realm. So I definitely see that for you. And if you're not already, then that's for you in the future, most definitely, number 3. You have that potential within you. You have to know that, or they want you to know that if you don't already know. Okay? So that's pretty much all I had for you, number 3. I hope this made sense. I hope you liked this reading today, a little bit different. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So I wish you the very best, number 3, moving forward. Until the next time I see ya. Bye.